welcome back. So I've just quickly jumped on. I've had a question that sort of concerned me a little bit. So I had somebody ask me, with lifting, can we use the soft shackles as opposed to a traditional shackle? For those of you that haven't seen them, okay, we have a soft shackle and we have our traditional shackle. Okay, traditional shackles are what we're typically going to use for lifting, whether it be a bow shackle like this or a D shackle if it's a single sling, as opposed to a soft shackle, which is designed for four-wheel drive recovery only. Okay, now the quick answer is no. Okay, these are not designed for lifting at all, so never attempt to use a soft shackle for lifting. All right, now to explain the differences, what we'll do, we'll pop around to the front of the car and we'll have a look at the uses for both of them and why I typically have both in my drawer. Okay, so we'll pop around to the front of the car and we'll have a look at that. Okay, g'day folks, here we are back at the front of the car. Okay, so we've got our normal shackle in there and we've got our soft shackle here. So why do I carry both in my drawer? Okay, so if I'm going four-wheel driving, I might just leave them on the front while I'm out bush. If I need a quick winch recovery, it's very easy, just get the winch hook and just put straight on there. Okay, however, ideally you want to have a bridle, so you want it running between your two front recovery points. So when you're going to use a bridle, that means getting underneath there, undoing each of the shackles, attaching your bridle sling, screwing them back up, and if your front end's in the ground, it makes it pretty hard to get in there and access those shackles. However, if you've got a soft shackle, all right, even when that's buried, it's pretty easy just to push that through there, all right, hook it on, just like that, and you're good to go. Okay, so that makes it nice and easy just to attach that. Okay, the reason I don't put these directly on is to prevent any cutting, because you do have some sharp edges on these recovery points. The recovery points aren't typically designed for a soft shackle, so it's a good idea to have those traditional shackles on there, and then you can attach your soft shackles to make it easier to get the slings when you're buried in the mud. Okay, now when you are attaching something to these shackles, so keep in mind, when you've got your shackle closed together like that, you probably want to have the winch pulling at that part of the shackle, all right? So that way it's trying to pull against the loop. If you're pulling on it there, as you can see, it's trying to pull that loop over the knot. More than likely not going to happen, but why take the risk? If you keep the pull at the base of the knot like that, it's actually pulling the knot against the loop, and it's going to be a lot less likely to actually come off. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Even if you put them in the middle there, you can see one end's trying to pull it over the top of the other. So keep in mind where you're going to attach your pulling points as well. Okay, the other advantage of using a soft shackle, okay, we can use these with these recovery rings as well. Okay, so the recovery rings replace the old traditional snatch block, all right? A lot lighter, probably at least a fifth of the weight of between the two. Also a lot easier to access this. So when you are running the rope back, all right, it's pretty easy. You got your tree trunk protector around the tree trunk, put that through the tree trunk protectors, chuck that on, slide it over the top, all right, and you can just get your winch and run it straight over the top like that. Okay, nice, quick and easy. Now when we're using snatch blocks, on the other hand, right, things get a little more complicated. So when we use our snatch blocks, okay, put your tree trunk protector around, you need to put the shackle on the top. Now these 4.7 shackles they don't leave a lot of room for the thickness of the tree trunk protector. So that's all bunched up there as well. All right, you've got to split it open. You've got to put your windshield through it, close it back up, and then tighten it. Okay, so these recovery rings, hell of a lot quicker, easier, and lighter than the old snatch block. So, and in terms of safety, if something was to fail, all right, a lot less weight in that flying at you than there is in that. Okay, so hope that sorts a couple of things out, but just keep in mind those soft shackles definitely not designed for lifting at all. Okay, that's where you use your traditional rated shackle as opposed to your soft shackle, which is designed for four-wheel drive recovery. Okay, so thanks for your time. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Okay, thanks for your time.